Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This pick a card reading is for love. We want to see what's next in love for you. And if you have not as of yet chosen an image, I have 3 to choose from. Go ahead and do that now. There are timestamps down below where you can go directly to the portion of the video where you can choose your image in silence. The silence is purposeful. It's so that way you're not distracted during the selection process. If during the selection process you feel led to pick more than one image on the screen, more than one reading, by all means go ahead and do what you feel that you need to do. Obviously, listening to your intuition is always going to be highly encouraged here. So pick more than one if you feel it necessary. These readings are timeless, so whether you watch at the upload time or sometime down the road, whenever it's placed into your awareness, and you feel that intuitive nudge to watch, there indeed could be a message here for you. Nonetheless, what I always say is that these readings are general. Can't possibly expect to connect with thousands of you watching, right? It is a general reading. Although I hope you managed to find a message here, right? But what I always say is, let's say if this particular reading doesn't connect, because it is general, maybe consider checking out my pick a card playlist, because I have a bunch of pick a card readings I've already done there. I even have a pick a card playlist specifically for love readings. So maybe have fun exploring my channel. There could be another pick a card somewhere in either of those playlists that has the messages that you need right now at this moment in your journey, because you know what? That's how the magic works sometimes. Sometimes the magic of the universe leads us to the right reading, to the right cards, to the right scenario, situation, person, to deliver the messages that we need in the moment that we need them for our confirmation, right? Because that's how magical it is. So with all that being said, Star Family, let's go ahead and go directly to your reading of choice. Pile number 1, you chose the red heart in the mittens. For your reading, we are looking at what's next in love for you. What's next in love? Let's take a look. Pile number 1, viewers, what is next in love for you? One card, let's see. What's next in love for pile number 1, viewers? Whoa! Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Well, it looks like to me this is either confirming you already have encountered your soulmate or you're soon to meet a soulmate. I mean, that's pretty fascinating to me. Huh, interesting. Nice. Let's see what else we get. All right, so I have the Witch's Tarot. So we want to see. I think I might have the whole deck upside down. And I don't read reverse cards because there's plenty of, as far as my own personal philosophy, I do believe that there is enough shadow aspected cards in the tarot to give tone to a reading, that they don't need to be read reverse, but that's just my personal opinion. Anyhow, let's see. Oh, okay. Next in love. No way. You saw that flip out. The 2 of Cups, the 10 of Wands. Let's see. Let's get another one. What's going on here? You know what the first thing I felt when I saw these 2? You might meet your soulmate, this 2 of Cups here, just as you're ending a difficult cycle in your journey or closing one out, because that's what the 10s are. The 10s, you know, number 10 speaks of the completion of a cycle. And it feels like here you're closing something out. It feels like shifting for you, okay? Because whenever we get a 10, we go back to the 1. And 1 speaks of a beginning, right? So let's see, one more card. What's next for you in love? Pile number 1, viewers. Whoa! Okay. Did you see that? No way. Hold on here. Hold on. Okay, we have the 8 of Swords. I think I know where this is going. We have the 10 of Cups, the 7 of Wands, and the Justice energy. Okay, I felt it. You were closing out a cycle. You're closing out a difficult arduous, I feel, cycle, right? And the Justice card is saying here, yeah, that karmic cycle, you're closing it out. But you don't want to put up a fight when it comes to the new love trying to make its way in, because we have a 10 of Cups here, we have a 2 of Cups. It does feel like there's a challenge in regards to a certain love connection that you're either in at this time or you're about to encounter. There is a soulmate connection involved here. We see the 2 of Cups here. We see the 10 of Cups. I feel like a karmic cycle with the Justice and the 10 of Wands is closing out between you and this soulmate. Either you're concluding some karma with each other, finishing that off and moving on from it, perhaps with the 10 of Cups together, united on a united front, or you're working on it. If you're in this relationship, you're working on overcoming these obstacles. I say obstacles and challenges because the 10 of Wands, the 7 of Wands, and the 8 of Swords. But the thing is, with the 8 of Swords, it's more of mind over matter. There's a perceived limitation, but it doesn't have to be that way if you could just, like, get out of your own head about the whole thing, right? I feel that if it's an existing relationship, and I'm going to go over both scenarios because I see one for an incoming soulmate, for those of you singles who haven't even met your person yet. But let me touch on the relationship aspect, because if this is somebody you're in a relationship with, it does feel like there's the opportunity to heal and forgive and come together and unify between you and this person, see eye to eye and reconnect back to your heart spaces with this 2 of Cups. If you put this burden down, because I feel like you have closed out a chapter in your journey together where you've learned the karmic lessons or learned the lessons in general with these 2 cards that was necessary in that connection. You've learned from the situation, the scenario. There could still be some lingering memories in there that you still have to deal with, but you're overcoming them. It's more of a mental thing now that you have to surpass. I don't know if there's any negative mindsets associated to the love. Maybe, I don't know if there's trust issues or feeling scared to be vulnerable, to open up your mind and heart again to this person. But I feel with the 10 of Cups, there is love here. And if you're willing to fight for it with the 7 of Wands, okay, you can find balance, justice, you know, like justice in the situation, or basically a solution, okay, to the situation. You can find harmony and balance with one another again with the Justice energy, okay? This is Libra here, so I don't know if anybody's a Libra. But there is a soulmate that I feel is worth fighting for if you are indeed in a current relationship, okay? And it could just be that there's a lot of limitations of the mind. It's almost like you have to kind of break free from what your mind is telling you, and maybe with the 10 of Cups start listening to your heart more. I think this 10 of Cups is life partner material, marriage material, soulmate material. Obviously we have the soulmate card, we have the 7 of Wands, which is indicating that there's a fight here. Somebody's looking to fight for your love. Maybe somebody's looking for you to forgive them. Again, Justice energy. So it could be that somebody comes your way to ask for forgiveness, to, you know, heal the situation and see eye to eye with you, right? 2 of Cups. There could have been some restriction from your person too that maybe prevented you and your person from being together. That's a possibility. It could be something as simple as, you know, distance somewhere else. I mean, there's a lot of travel restrictions right now with everything going on in the world, and maybe that has put some challenge on the relationship. But what's next for you in love, I feel, is a healing taking place. It's union. We have the 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups. It's the laying down of the yoke and the barriers and of the mind, body, heart, spirit, okay, that would keep you maybe in a vulnerable position when it comes to love. Somebody's willing to fight for you. Maybe you're willing to fight for the connection. But there's definitely a possibility to heal this with the Justice energy and find a resolution. Somebody, I think, is looking to make a peace offering and or plead plead for mercy or forgiveness or whatnot over here with the justice energy. And it kind of feels like somebody is about to make the decision whether they want to forgive this person or not. Okay, so that could be what's next in love. If it's a single situation, if you're single, and this is telling me if you're single, there's a soulmate coming in and they are looking to unite with you, conquer your heart. They want to see eye to eye to you or with you. They have that connection. They're feeling that. But there's some hesitancy over here with these 3 cards. Okay. Again, the same vulnerability I was talking about, you know, whether you're in a relationship already and there's some trust issues maybe, or whether it's somebody coming back in asking for forgiveness, or if it's a new person coming in, you might be a little hesitant to love someone new because maybe it's been a while. Maybe you don't trust easily. Maybe you're suspicious, right? Maybe you're not ready. There could be so many instances why love could be coming in for you soon, right? We're asking about what's next. And you know, I say maybe you're not ready because over here, if you just got out of something difficult or you've had some challenging healing work to do for yourself and you're finally laying down that yoke, you're, you know, healing some paradigms. It's like, okay, am I ready for love? Right? But the thing is that this person's ready for you. The thing is, are you ready for them? Are you going to be ready for them? Because they are a soulmate. And over here, they are commitment material with the 10 of Cups. This is one of my life partner cards besides the 10 of Pentacles. So there's some hesitancy, I feel, and they're willing to put in the work, the energy, the effort to, you know what I mean? Get through to you. It kind of feels like get through to your heart. You might be fighting them off with the 7 of Wands over here. Maybe you just got out of a relationship. If you're currently single, for some of you, maybe, you know, you're still working on healing from a previous scenario, and then someone new comes in, is trying to, you know, offer you commitment, love. They want something serious over here with the 10 of Cups, but you might not be hearing it. You know what I mean? Because maybe you still have perhaps some unresolved, unfinished business perhaps with somebody that maybe you're still trying to heal from with the Justice card. The thing is that whoever this soulmate is, they're coming in strong because they're like over here with the 2 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. It's like, you know, I want to lock it down. You know, this looks like a hand fasting. That's what that looks like, a hand fasting ceremony. So I see marriage actually in both of these cards because of that. This is home life, marriage, family, commitment, happiness, fulfillment, joy. You know, they want to have a happy relationship. But there's some things that maybe you still need to let go or put down, or that you're in the process of putting down. Maybe it has nothing to do with a previous relationship, but just a matter of fact that, you know, you've been working on yourself, and maybe you're intrigued, but then you're still deep down a little hesitant. But really, when it all boils down to it, it is about the mind. It's just a mental thing. It's not that you're not ready for love or that your heart isn't available. It could just be a mental thing, you know. You could be fighting them off, but I also feel like the 7 of Wands are looking to fight for you. And they're hoping that you would decide, you know what I mean, with the Justice energy, to hear them out, give them a chance. It kind of feels like they might be at your mercy in a sense. This person, when they come in. For whatever reason, I just got the Justice card is giving me the vibe that you might hold the power in this scenario. Not that there's a power struggle. I mean, there could be. But it kind of feels like the decision whether you want to accept this new person or this person coming back to ask for forgiveness, or if you want to continue the relationship in an existing scenario. Whatever the scenario is, it's like in your power. It's in your hands. It's like the ball is in your court. That's what it feels like. So let's see if we can get 3 cards here. Pile number 1 viewers. I feel like there's love here. I feel like, you know, you love them, they love you, or you're interested in them and they're interested in you. So it's mutual. It's not like it's one-sided. I'm not feeling that at all. There's just some things that need to be resolved. Okay. It says cool, calm, and collected. Maybe that's your attitude towards the whole thing. Like you're kind of just pretending like it doesn't faze you or something, you know? Almost this feeling of, oh, I'm not going to let them see me sweat. But I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see what they have to say. I'm intrigued to see where this could go, or what do they want from me, you know, that kind of thing. And I think you know that the ball is in your court, is the feeling this is giving me too. Let's see if we can get 2 more. But I see union with the 2 of Cups. So it kind of feels like, you know, the number 2 itself speaks of partnerships and union. So somebody wants union with you. Let's see if we can just get 2 more. Okay, so crisis and disappointment. Maybe somebody's afraid of being disappointed. And then you see the polarity in that. Oh my gosh. You have crisis and disappointment, then you have achievement and good fortune, right? And that's the thing. Maybe somebody's afraid of being disappointed. Maybe there was, if it was a previous relationship or a relationship, you know, that you're currently in, maybe there was some crisis or chaos or disappointment, upheaval in that connection. Maybe somebody's afraid of being disappointed again, right? Or if it's new love, maybe you're afraid of that as well. Maybe you've been hurt before, right? And you don't want to go through that again. And you're trying to stay calm, cool, and collected about the whole thing. But we see something positive on the other side of this coming through. And we do get that vibe from the 10 of Cups and the 2 of Cups. And the soulmate card, right? This is a sincere connection, I feel. With the soulmate card, the 2 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups especially. Again, it's this is the fear right here, the 8 of Swords, the fear of vulnerability, right? Somebody's afraid of being vulnerable. They don't want to get disappointed again. Maybe there were relationships that failed in the past, or there was a failure or some upset in the relationship as a whole. But I feel like you're also in a very strong position to move on from all of that. It's more like a matter of you need to get out your own head a bit about it. And that, you know, that takes time, obviously. That requires healing, obviously. Because it's our fears that hold us back from loving sometimes, right? Because, again, the trauma, the pain, the wounding. Have compassion for yourself, okay? Because that's completely understandable. That feeling of vulnerability and fear of being hurt and disappointed again in some way. But when we get the 8 of Swords, the 8 of Swords is telling us that it's really more of a mental thing. It's not that there is anything truly to be afraid of, okay? That would be like a 9 of Swords or 10 of Swords. Okay, sometimes the fears that we have, the anxieties, the stresses, and all that stuff, sometimes our mind can make them bigger than what they really are, you know? Because I'm looking at this like this is what you could be walking into if you can resolve this situation within yourself or with the other person. It can turn into something good. We see the 10 of Cups here trying to happen, right? It's trying to happen, but somebody's trying to fight the 10 of Cups off, it feels like. And there's like a little bit of a hesitant, unresolved energy over here from the Justice, because somebody's waiting on you to decide what you want with them. All right, that's what I'm getting for pile number 1. Let's see if we can get a final oracle card here. So what's next for you in love? Well, there's a lot going on for you next in love. Somebody new, definitely coming in, but you know, you could have your fears get in the way. An existing person, well, there's some issues that need to be healed, resolved, and forgiven, right? And there's a potential to really work on it and save the connection if you want to. And then you have, but it's up to you, obviously, right? And then you have the other scenario I was seeing here is if somebody comes back you know, to try to unite with you. They're hoping that you would forgive them, at least hear them out. It could end up, you know, resolving into something beneficial to both of you in a sense. You know, to, I would say, clear up unfinished business, you know. All right, so it says, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Okay, so again, this person loves you. We see that with the Ten of Cups. We see that with the Two of Cups as well. Okay, this person loves you. So pile number 1, this is your reading. If you feel that this has helped and connected for you in some way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. If you ever want to take it a step further to support what I do beyond YouTube, check me out on Etsy. The link to my Etsy store is down below in the description box. Pay me a visit. I have handmade crystal jewelry there, powerful tektite crystals like Moldavite and Libyan desert glass, and I also have personal reading sessions and light language activation sessions there available as well when available. Sometimes they're sold out, so just saying. But anyhow, pay me a visit at any time. Take care of yourselves and always keep shining. Pile number 2, you chose the heart in the bottle. For your reading, we are looking at what's next in love for you. So let's go ahead and start with a romance angel card. Let's see, pile number 2 viewers, what's next in love for you? Okay. New love. Whoa, okay. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So someone new could definitely be coming through for you, pile number 2 viewers. And it's somebody who is looking to romance you. Okay, look at the way he's on bended knee offering a rose. Completely interested. Somebody's looking to give you a gesture of affection. Okay, so let's see. Pile number 2 viewers. Whoa, what is next in love? 2 of Wands. You're at a crossroads, maybe a decision. King of Swords. So we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That could be them, that could be you. And it's like, wait a minute here. Somebody new comes in and it's like these 2 cards, this indicates a choice, right? Do I go left? Do I go right? Maybe you have 2 options to choose from in love. Maybe you have 2 people giving you attention and seeking you out, right? So I'm looking at this like you might have options. You might have a choice to make in general when it comes to love. Maybe it's not between 2 people, but in regards to, do I want to proceed forward with this person or do I not want to proceed forward with them? And you're going to have something to think about. That you're thinking about this choice. You're thinking about this option with the King of Swords. That's what's next in love so far. So let's see if we can get one more card. What's next in love for you? Pile number 2 viewers. What's next in love? Pile number 2 viewers. Just one more card, please. Whoa, what was that? The moon. All right. I'm going to grab one more just out of curiosity because the moon talks about needing to, for one, it's an intuitive thing. And this might require that you make a choice or you discern if this is a good match for you, right? The intuition of the moon would require discernment. The reason for that is because you don't always see the road ahead, you know, and maybe the moon is indicating that it could be, you could be finding it difficult to see the road ahead figuratively with this person, right? Like maybe you're struggling to see a future with them, or you don't know if this person is who you want to spend your future with, you see? And then the moon is confused and there's something to think about whether you want to proceed forward with this person or not. So this person is, again, they're stirring something in you, right? Because it says it here, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So it's not like you're not feeling something, But it's also confusing in a way, because maybe you're trying to sort out how you feel. Maybe you're getting to know them, and it's, you know, kind of, I don't know why I'm getting the feeling of like being up in the air. And maybe it's because of the Two of Wands energy, because the Two of Wands energy is in a stage of, I don't want to say indecision, because that would be more of a Two of Swords, but you're in a position where you haven't quite decided, period. Not that you're indecisive, it's just that you haven't quite decided yet. And that's why the King of Swords here is thinking about it. And the Moon is feeling a little like confused, uncertain, can't really see what lies ahead in this scenario with this person. But it's requiring that you use your intuitive discernment. Like, what is your intuition telling you? Because when we get the Moon card, we know that we're walking somewhere, but it's at night and we're walking by the light of the moon. We don't always see the path ahead because it's not, there's no sun, and we're relying on the dim light of the moon, which casts shadows in the dark, right? And doesn't always allow us to see things clearly for what they are. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe you're trying to discern this person's intentions with you when they come in. And maybe you're, you know, it's a matter of you being more practical or logical about love or about this person. And that could be why the King of Swords is here. It's more or less you're approaching this very logically, right? And sometimes love isn't like, you know, it's not always logical. Doesn't always make sense. But you are trying to make sense of it with these two cards. You're trying to make sense of this new person coming in. Or you're trying to discern what is the best. I know I haven't even gotten to this card yet. I'm so sorry, but I got to get through these messages first. What you're trying to do here is, I feel what's next in love is that you might have options too. You might be deciding who's the logical choice between two people. You might have two suitors or two prospects or two potentials, right? And you're trying to logically make sense out of who would be the best option logically. But the Moon over here is asking for you to discern intuitively, because it doesn't require logic. You know, intuition doesn't require logic. So let's see what this card is all about. Whoa. And I don't read reverse, so Four of Wands. Okay. It's just the way that I picked it up. So Four of Wands is a pretty positive card. Four of Wands is an 11-11 card. This is potential soulmate energy here. And I think you might be in your head about the whole thing. I think this person has a really good, stable foundation within themselves. I think they're serious over here with the King of Swords. Four of Wands is indicating that there's definitely something to celebrate here with this person. Okay. Again, they've stirred your feelings. You're feeling something, but you're trying to make sense of it. The thing is, with the Four of Wands, it could be very successful, this situation with this person. It could be very successful. If it's two people that you're deciding between, or you're at a crossroads, you know, in this scenario, because you have to choose, oh, am I going to choose this person, or am I going to choose the next person? This is telling me that who is it that's going to make you feel safe and secure? I mean, that could be your logic mind that's looking for that safety, security as well. But not only that, it's more or less like who's going to give you that commitment you're looking for, right? That might be part of your deciding factor. Who's going to give me that commitment? You want somebody who's serious, right? You're not going to want just somebody to play around with your feelings. There's confusion here, though. If that's the case, you're confused about who to pick. But I kind of feel like this is saying to pick the person who's going to offer you the level of commitment that you're seeking. If it's just one person and you're undecided about them when they come in, because maybe you're at a personal crossroads in your own journey and then they show up and, you know, it's kind of like, oh, bad timing. It kind of feels like you might perceive it to be bad timing because you got a lot of other things on your mind that you're working out or dealing with, right? Also, 2 of Wands speaks of travel. 4 of Wands speaks of a home. So I wonder if what's next for some of you in love is that you're traveling, okay? You're making plans to travel. And then when you relocate, move, maybe even switch jobs, I don't know. You meet this new person. And it throws you off guard. New surroundings, new place, new life, new environment. You know, but I feel like you could meet this new person wherever you travel next. Okay, especially with the 2 of Wands and the 4 of Wands here. That's interesting. I'm seeing a couple of different scenarios, but you have options. Or there's a possibility of options, more than one option, more than one person showing you interest. And maybe you like them both, and there's the confusion about that. And you might be thinking about it. Some of you might be moving somewhere, making plans to move somewhere. And what's next for you is that you can meet somebody new wherever your new home is. But nonetheless, Spirit is saying here, if it's not 2 people, okay, then you could be undecided about this person. You're feeling it. You're liking them. They're stirring the pot in your heart, right? I know that's weird, but... and it kind of feels like they do want something serious with you with the 4 of Wands. They do want to settle down. But for some reason with the moon energy, you're a little unsure. You're thinking a lot about it. And the moon over here is also giving me the vibe to just tell you to go with your gut on this one. You know, sometimes you got to get out of our head and, you know, tell our mind to shut up a little bit and just maybe go with the flow to see where it goes. I think the 4 of Wands is indicating there's a match here, okay? An 11-11 kind of soulmate kindred spirit energy here with the 4 of Wands, and it could lead to something stable, something very happy, something very secure. But it's almost like, you know, can you just trust your gut on this one? It kind of feels like that I'm led to tell you. Can you trust your gut with the moon energy? Because maybe it is kind of whirlwind. Maybe it doesn't make sense on paper, right? With the King of Swords energy. And that's maybe where the confusion is. Maybe this person isn't exactly, you know, what you were looking for. Maybe they did show up at the wrong, you know, at what you perceive to be the wrong time or something like that. And sometimes, you know, timing can feel off. But it's a matter of, like with the moon, can you trust your instincts? I always equate the moon to like the owl energy, because owls do fly by night, right? They don't necessarily use their eyes to hunt and catch their prey. They use their instincts, their spiritual discernment to fly through the night, right? And find what they're looking for. So if anything, if you're confused about this person, feel it out. Allow your intuition to take the lead on this one, okay? And trust that it's not going to steer you wrong. So let's see if we can get at least 3 cards. Pile number 2. Whoa, what was that? Hold on. Okay. It says helping others, mentored. Let's see if we can get one more. I don't know why that just gave me the vibe. It says sudden change. Yeah, I mean, especially if some of you are switching locations or moving, because 2 Wands and the 3 Wands actually can talk about travel. So does the 8 of Wands. A couple cards. World card as well. yeah, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe the sudden change of something in your life, whether it's you're traveling or you're at a crossroads in your life, there's just changes in general happening, and maybe that's where some of the confusion is in regards to new love coming in. Maybe you're at a weird pivotal, moment in your life, and it's like, oh, you know, they say the right person at the wrong time. Maybe you might feel like that, right? That's like, oh shit, I'm in the middle of all this stuff in my life, and then this person shows up, and I don't know what to do. I don't know if I have time for a relationship. I don't know if like this is, what I want right now. That's kind of the feeling. Like you could be experiencing changes in your life, and then this new person shows up, and maybe that's what the confusion is all about. Okay. It says helping others, mentor. I don't know, mentor. I think of somebody a little older. So it could be somebody who has more experience, maybe somebody who's, a little older. Maybe they, have a life or lived, experienced, maybe they're older, maybe they're wiser. I don't know. But helping others, I'm just wondering if, when this rolled over or flipped over, the thing that kind of like it gave me was this feeling of like you could be, for goodness sake, you could be helping somebody move and then meet a friend of a friend. It's like this feeling of like you could be in the middle of helping somebody. You could just be doing your job, providing a service or something through your job, and then meet somebody. Maybe, unexpected, sudden encounter. I don't know. Maybe your job involves helping others. Maybe part of what you do involves helping others, and it's in the midst of helping others that you meet this person or this person crosses your path. Okay, I know that's kind of random, but let's see what this says. Oh, look at that. New or revived relationship. There you go. There you go. I think it's new love because we have new twice. Okay. But whoever this is, however they show up, and it kind of feels like they might just pop up serendipitously in the middle of you being at a stage in your life where you're at a crossroads, where you're at a pivotal moment of your life where things are shifting. Sometimes the Two of Wands to me speaks of a timeline shift, okay? Where you got one foot in the past, one foot in the future, and you're at this crossroads in your life in general. And then you could be at a crossroads in your life where you're making changes in your life. You could be moving somewhere from somewhere old to somewhere new. You could be doing something drastic in your life, making a major change in your journey. And then boom, this new person shows up. And it throws you for a loop. And then that's where the confusion comes in. But Spirit is over here saying, okay, well, I know you're overthinking this maybe with the King of Swords, and you're more in your head about the whole thing rather than allowing your heart to speak. But can you allow your gut to shine through on this one? Because the Four of Wands is indicating that it could be a really sweet connection here with the Four of Wands, right? And it could be something that could lead to a stable situation, stable relationship. So let's see. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. There you go. That's what I was saying with the Two of Wands. You got one foot in the past, one foot in the future, right? It can be at this pivotal crossroads moment in your life, and all these things are happening all at once. You're making plans for the future. You're making moves. You're, doing all kinds of different things, or you're deciding things in life. And you're shifting from one cycle to another. But it says life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, wait a minute here. Sudden change. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. And that would be a little bit of the moon energy, right? Because it can get us all confused and create doubt and uncertainty. It says, so go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. Okay, could this get any more confirming? Right? That's why I was saying, Spirit was like saying, can you just trust your gut on this one, right? Can you just go with the flow on this one? I think you will be surprised where it leads, because it's going to lead to something very sweet, something very secure, and maybe the kind of connection that you've always wanted. But it's just a matter of allowing yourself to get over this awkward phase where you're trying to figure it out, and just allow it to unravel and unfold organically, right? Because if you give it a shot and you just trust your gut on this one, you're going to end up at the Four of Wands. Okay. And I was getting the feeling of like serendipitous, sudden encounters, right? Again, being at a crossroads at a pivotal moment where you're changing something in your life, and then this person suddenly, unexpectedly shows up. It could also be that because of the changes that you're making, that's why this person showed up. Like whatever change that you've made or are in the process of making, if that's the case for you, it initiated this person's entrance into your life. And it can happen like that sometimes. Sometimes the universe needs us to make a change in order to allow something to come in. It was just waiting for us to pivot in that direction, to align us with what we seek. Okay? So I really do feel like this is super positive. I love that Four of Wands. That's telling me that it's, you know, to me, a kindred spirit, good connection there. New love, definitely. So again, I don't know if you're the person that has options, like you're maybe deciding between two people. But again, maybe you should just go with the flow on this one. Trust your instincts as far as which is the better choice. Okay, because that's the moon energy asking for us to listen to our intuition. And if you just go with the flow, I think if you go with the flow, give it a little time, somebody's going to weed themselves out. Okay, if you're deciding between two people, someone's going to eventually weed themselves out, and you're going to find out who is it that was the serious one about you the whole time. Okay, hope that makes sense. So pile number 2, viewers, this is your reading. If you feel that this has helped and connected for you in some way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel if you want to take it a step further to support what I do. Check me out on Etsy. The link to my Etsy store is down below in the description box. Pay me a visit. I have handmade crystal jewelry there, powerful tektite crystals like moldavite and Libyan desert glass. I also have tarot sessions and light language activation sessions there available as well. Keyword when available. Sometimes they're sold out. I always repost as soon as I finished my work for the people who have purchased prior. So visit my shop at any time. Take care of yourself wherever you are. Be well, be safe, and always keep shining. Pile number 3, you chose the heart-shaped lock. For your reading, we are going to be looking at what's next for you in love. So let's see, pile number 3, viewers, what is next for you in love? See if we can get one card here. What's next for you in love? Trust. So it says the situation is calling for you to have faith. So faith in someone else, maybe? Faith in love, or that love will come. If you are single and looking for love, maybe Spirit is saying here that you need to trust that the right person at the right time is going to make their way to you, because what is meant for you can never be withheld from you, right? And that includes love. Or it could be saying that you're going to be required to trust, right? Maybe there's trust issues, but you're going to have to trust maybe the person that you're with, or the situation that you're in, if you're in a situation with somebody. So let's see. Pile number 3, viewers. What's next for you in love? get more context, right? What's next for you in love? Pile number 3, viewers. Let's see if we can get one more card. All right, so we have the Sun. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune. Holy cow. And the Ace of Wands. So, yeah, Spirit is saying here, look, the tide is turning with the Wheel of Fortune, right? We have the Sun, so we have positive energy surrounding you and your situation. And Spirit is asking that you have faith, that you trust that everything's going to work out and everything's going to turn in the right direction. I say turn in the right direction because of the wheel. The Wheel of Fortune does talk about the tide turning, things shifting in your favor, right? Where it's going to bring fortuitous, maybe even serendipitous events. Sometimes it's the universe smacking you into the thing that you want, right? To the thing that you're holding your faith tight to. So I feel like the Cupid arrow will strike at the right moment, at the right time, when everything lines up properly as it should, when it should, for obviously the highest and best outcome for everybody involved. I feel like this could be a new person. It's like Spirit saying here, trust that if you're single right now, you're looking for love. What's next for you in love is, well, Spirit wants you to trust that new love is on the way. It's that with the Wheel of Fortune, there's a couple things that need to turn and shift, right, in order to smack you guys together. But we do see a new passion being sparked. We do see a new passion initiated and or ignited here. The butterfly also is a symbol of change and transformation. So there is change in the wind, and the Wheel of Fortune also indicates change in the air as well. But Spirit is saying, just go with the flow, trust that the timing and all the elements and all the puzzle pieces need to fit together the way that they need to for, again, your happiness, your success, and your fulfillment here, right? What's next for you in love is, sometimes the Sun energy can talk about children. Ace of Wands can also be very sexual energy. So if some of you are hoping that you end up pregnant with your person, if you're with somebody, there's a possibility for that here. This is, fertile energy. The Ace of Wands oftentimes talks of new growth because we have the blossoms here on the card. So there is definitely the potential for that. Okay, but I also feel like the Wheel of the Year here, the Wheel of Fortune is indicating that Spirit is trying to line these things up. Okay, if you want children one day, Spirit's trying to line you up with the right person in order to make that happen. So whatever your situation is, or whatever you're experiencing right now in love, Spirit is asking for your faith and your trust in the situation, that everything's going to work out the way it should, and it will have a happy outcome, and it's going to lead to something new, something very serendipitous and oftentimes unexpected, because the Wheel of Fortune can speak of expect the unexpected. But what I always say with that is expect your good, okay? Because that's an affirmation. Okay, you can use that as an affirmation. I expect only my good. Okay? My good now comes to pass. All right? And I feel like this Wheel of Fortune is shifting you in the right direction, because sometimes it's about the universe like taking the wheel for a second, giving the universe the wheel and allowing the universe, God, Creator, Spirit to steer you in the right direction. Just go with the flow, because it is the wheel of change. The Wheel of Fortune speaks of something falling off the wheel in order to make room for what? Something new, right? Here's your something new with the Ace of Wands. And that's what you're experiencing. You're experiencing this shift. It's like, and Spirit taking the wheel and like doing a hard turn, right? And it's to guide you where you need to be at the right time, at the right moment, no sooner, no later, for you to encounter this new person or this new situation that is going to initiate some kind of spark in your life, in your romantic life. Okay, I'll give an example. Simple as hell, but I'll give you an example. Let's say you have your morning routine down packed, right? But let's say instead of doing your normal routine, your normal route to work, you decide to take a pit stop. You decide to take a pit stop and stop at the coffee shop. Whether you're in the drive-thru or you decide to get out and walk in, you meet somebody. You meet someone. You could end up encountering the person in front of you paying for your drink in the drive-thru. Or you walk into the coffee shop and you end up bumping into, you know, somebody that's in line ahead of you. And, you know, it's those kind of serendipitous events. It's like, oh shit, if I had not taken this detour, if I had not done this pit stop, I would not have encountered this person. That's the wheel of fortune. And it's really a happy encounter. Okay? It's a happy encounter with the sun. It's only positive, good vibes. So what's next in love for you? A happy, serendipitous, very positive encounter with something or someone new. I mean, we're talking about love and romance here, right? This, you know, but let's keep it open-ended. Okay, maybe this is something on your heart. And you're going to be encountering this something on your heart very soon with these 3 cards here. And there's only positive energy surrounding this new beginning, this new encounter. You're moving and shifting in the right direction. And I think Spirit also wants you to know that and to trust what you feel and sense, because sometimes we can sense that we're on the brink of something, but we don't have evidence in front of us in a tangible way to see it, but we feel it. And Spirit is saying here, trust that. Trust that feeling. The sun is your happiness, so you're actually soon to bump into your happiness. You're going to collide with your happiness or collide with this person that has the potential to bring you happiness. If you're already in a scenario with somebody, you're in a situation with them, there is a happy change on the way between you and this current person that you're with. If it's not someone new, there could be new passions ignited with the Ace of Wands and a happy shift and turn of events between you and this person. You could end up finding out that you're pregnant, or your chemistry could be reignited if it doesn't have anything to do with pregnancy or fertility. But it could be that a situation between you and them gets healed and resolved. And you're learning to trust each other again. You're learning to find that love again. You're learning to, you know, rekindle the flame again. You know, if it was a scenario where it's like, you know, there was a lot going on in the past and it's like you're healing from that, you're moving on from that together, and you're reigniting and finding yourselves again. But this is successful. This is a successful rekindling of something that maybe was a long time coming between you. Okay, something maybe that had to be let go in the, you know, with the Wheel of Fortune here, because again, something has to fall off. So something in the past had to be let go in order for you to find this new beginning with one another again, you see. But the beautiful thing about this is that the energy is shifting in the right direction. So if you are worried about a situation between you and somebody, this is saying that the energy is positive and it's moving you guys in the right direction. So you can have this new beginning, happy new beginning, right? There's so much change happening here. So it's like, let it happen. Let the changes happen, because these changes are happy changes moving you in the right direction. Cupid's arrows are going to land their mark, okay? We see that with this card here. Situations calling for you to have faith. So if you doubted love, if you doubted that something can improve, if you were wondering when things were going to get better in your romantic life or in a current relationship, or if you're wondering if you were ever going to meet that new person, this is saying that new person, the universe is that new person, that new rekindled or revived relationship, that improvement, okay, overall, whether you're, have a single life or whether you're currently in a relationship, there is improvement here. Whether you're single or whether you're in a relationship, there's improvement. So that improvement that you were seeking and that you were holding on to faith about, that you were, not letting go of the positive outcome that you wanted to see, okay, no matter what the scenario, your faith, okay, is about to pay off, is what this is saying. So maintain that faith, maintain that trust, know that, your gut was right, and it is right, and it is happening, even if you can't quite see it yet, because the wheel is shifting you so you eventually can see it. Right? Just trust in the positive energy that you feel. Stay positive in your thoughts and in your emotions when it comes to this much needed shift and turn of events, because you are being guided and steered in that direction with the Wheel of Fortune, and you will encounter your good. Okay, maybe somebody good for you as well. New passion. Somebody who's passionate about you. Somebody who's super interested in you. There's an initiation of something after much change, right? Card of change with the Wheel of Fortune and the butterfly. So something new with the Ace of Wands happening after much change and much transformation. Okay, so let's see if we can get 3 cards here. Pile number 3, viewers. Whoa, okay. Spirit is, I feel, aligning you with something new, something good, someone new, someone good. And this is a happy encounter. Keep that in mind. This is successful. It will have a successful outcome. Hold on. Oh, okay. Wait, yeah, those didn't give me their face, so I'm not going to accept those. We have those 2 that did flip over. But let's start with this first. Look at that. Major ending, new beginning. Okay, that would be the Wheel of Fortune. This is the one that flew out. So that makes total sense, okay? You're shifting from an old cycle into a new cycle. This new cycle is going to bring you this special person or rekindle a flame. But it's going to make you super happy, inspired, passionate. You're going to be so excited. They're going to be excited about you. There's a lot of excitement up ahead, okay, with the Ace of Wands. Balanced partnership. There you go. That's what's next in love for you. And a major transformation. Okay, can you believe this? Like, does it get any more confirming? Transformation with the butterfly. I mentioned that. Yeah, there's changes taking place right now. That's what's next in love for you. A lot of changes taking place. Happy changes, serendipitous encounters and changes, but it's leading you to something beautiful with this Ace of Wands. It's leading you to somebody who is going to give you that alignment. Remember, I was talking about alignment. This, whatever it is that you're encountering, is something that's in alignment with you, and Spirit is lining up the pieces right now of the puzzle to get you there, or to smack you into this person, like bam, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you could literally run into somebody on the street, and the next thing you know, it's like, whoa, I just met the love of my life, But whoever this is, they're good for you. That is in alignment and balanced for sure. After much change, right? Things are changing and transforming in your life. They're transforming for the better. The sun is indicating that blossoming, that blessing, that high vibe energy, that high vibe balanced partnership, that high vibe match. This is all good vibes that are taking place here. Things might feel a little up in the air, quite, quite, it feels up in the air at the moment, right? And it feels quite kind of like a little bit, right? And I say that because the Wheel of Fortune, the reason for that is, think of the roulette wheel at a casino. You throw the ball, right? And the ball is literally up in the air, bouncing around, and it hasn't quite landed. And it feels like, oh, where's it going to land, right? And it might feel like that, like you're in this weird in-between space of like, you know, the ball was up in the air. You have no idea where it's going to drop, right? And it's kind of like nerve-wracking, or you're biting your nails a little bit. But Spirit's saying, please trust. It's all leading you to something great. It's all leading you to something wonderful, something new right here. New beginning with this ace. Okay? You're going through a shift. You're going through a change, a transformation here. You've had your metamorphosis, I think. But I think it's this metamorphosis that's leading you to this special new beginning in love, romance, and or the revival of a relationship, or encounter with a new person. But whatever it is, it's balanced, it's happy, it's in alignment, it's blessed. Okay, so trust it's all working out for the right reasons. Okay, it says wait, don't rush into it, allow nature to take its course. I think this is saying that, I mean, you've been waiting for this. It kind of feels like that's why it's saying here, trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Okay? It says, wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Again, well, nature has to run its course, right? Because the pieces of the puzzle have to line up. There's nothing, you can't, basically, you can't rush into this. There's nothing you can rush into, in a sense. Okay, let me show you the artwork here. There's nothing that you really can rush into, because Spirit is lining it up accordingly. And that's why the Wheel of Fortune, right? It's like that energy of Spirit taking the wheel. The ball is up in the air. There's only so much we can control. We can't control how we're going to arrive at the destination. We just have to trust that we will. And this is saying trust Spirit to take the wheel, to pivot you in the right direction, to align you with this thing, person. Like I said, it could be something on your heart if it's not a person. Allow Spirit to take the wheel to align you with this scenario. Allow nature to run its course. Okay? Because Spirit knows the time, the hour, the minute, the second, the place. Okay? Where it all needs to happen, so you can encounter your Ace of Wands moment, whether that's a person or the reigniting of a spark. You see what I'm saying? It all will run its course. You have been waiting, I think. It's saying, wait, don't rush. Well, you can't, it's true. You can't rush the process. So true. You can't rush the process. Just trust that you're arriving. Okay? That you are getting there. That you are going to meet this person. That this person is on the way. Trust that this scenario with your person is moving in the right direction. You can't rush it, because Spirit has the wheel. Okay? And the pieces of the puzzle have to line up. And nature has to run its course. But the thing is, you wouldn't want to arrive too early, right, at your destination, because you would never want to arrive at your hotel before your room was ready for you. You wouldn't want to arrive 2 weeks too early at your vacation spot, or 2 weeks too late. You want to arrive right on time, but Spirit knows when the right time is. Trust, you don't want to rush it, because if you rush it, like they say, if you rush something, you could have an undercooked meal, right? You don't want an undercooked meal. You want that meal done to perfection. And this is why we have to learn how to enjoy the journey. Just like when you go to a restaurant, you order your food, right? It takes time for the chef to make your food in the kitchen and before your waiter brings it out to you. However, the time that it takes to prepare your meal, you're having fun, right? You're enjoying your life. You're maybe having a drink or two. You're having great conversation with your companion, your friend. your family member. You see what I'm saying? So it's about enjoying the journey, right? Enjoying the process of that meal being delivered to you. Because then when the meal is delivered to you, right? You're loving life, you're enjoying the process of it. And it's like when you get the meal and you take that first bite and it's so delicious, it's like, oh, this was so worth waiting for. You know, this meal was worth waiting for. That's why you don't want to rush it. Because you don't want to rush. You're not going to go into the kitchen at the restaurant and like be looking over the chef's shoulder, right? To rush him along to make your food, right? You don't want to do that. Because if he's under pressure trying to make your meal, it could turn out really shitty. Right? You don't want a shitty meal. So, I mean, just an analogy there so you can see what I'm talking about. How, like, you know, you want to make sure that this thing is just perfect for you, meant for you, right when it's supposed to happen, right when it's supposed to be. You want it done to perfection. Because Spirit only wants the best for you. Spirit's never going to deliver you an undercooked meal. Never. Okay? And that fully cooked meal to perfection is worth the wait. Pile number 3, this is your reading. If you feel that this has helped and connected for you in some magical way, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. If you want to support me beyond YouTube, check me out on Etsy. The link to my Etsy store is down below in the description box. Pay me a visit. I have handmade crystal jewelry there, powerful tektite crystals. I also have personal tarot reading sessions as well as light language activation sessions there when available. Sometimes they are sold out. Just check in every so often to see what's been made available again. I do repost my offerings as soon as I've completed my work for those who have purchased prior. So just keep that in mind if you visit and you don't see any readings or any light language activations available. But I'll leave you here. Sending you much love wherever you are. Be well, be safe, take care, okay? And always keep shining.